just gathering up the last of the couple of things that I'm going to need to finish off my Savannah Chocolate Cake with a hot fudge sauce. Now I'm going to start by putting our brown sugar in our mixer, and I'm going to use about a half a cup of shortening, not butter. So I'm going to cream those together. All right, now I'm going to add a little buttermilk. And you'll see I keep playing with the speed on my mixer, depending on the appropriate time for high speed versus low speed. All right, I've got some chocolate that I've melted. So now I'm going to just add that to the cake mixture. And I'm using an unsweetened chocolate for the cake batter. All right, and while that's mixing, I'm going to take all-purpose flour and a little salt and baking powder and sift those together real quick. And now I'm going to add my eggs one at a time. And the last one. All right, now I'm going to lower that speed on the mixer, and I'm going to add our flour to that a little bit at the time. And you can see it's starting to get nice and creamy now and a nice chocolatey color. All right, now I'm going to finish off our cake by adding about a teaspoon of vanilla flavoring. And we're ready to go. There's nothing to it. And isn't that a pretty chocolatey color? Now I'm going to pour my batter into a prepared greased pan that's been dusted with flour. And I'm going to spread that out evenly into our pan. And then I'm going to give it just a couple of whacks on the counter to level it out, and that'll prevent little holes all through your cake because you've gotten that air out of it and brought it to the top and busted them out. Okay, so this one's ready to go in the oven. We're going to cook it at 350 for about 40 or 45 minutes. And while that's baking, I'm going to come over here and make our fudge sauce. So I'm going to start with a stick of butter and German chocolate. I think that's about 4 ounces. And then an unsweetened chocolate. And we're just going to let that melt together. And then we don't have but just 3 more ingredients to add to it. I'm going to add a little bit of evaporated milk. You can hear our pan's nice and hot. And then we're going to add a little bit of powdered sugar. And we're just going to go back and forth with these ingredients until they're all used up. Oh, sauce is going to be delicious on that cake. All right, the rest of the milk, and then the rest of the powdered sugar. Now I'm going to let this come to a nice boil and cook for about 8 minutes until it's thick and creamy. And that's it. There's nothing to it. Now I've got another cake in the other oven that should be ready, and we'll pull it out. Let's see what we've got. Oh, it looks good. And you can see by me knocking out the air bubbles what a smooth finish it gives us to our cake. Now I'm going to take this off of the stove because I've actually made some earlier, and I'll show you what it looks like after it's cooked for 8 minutes and cooled a little bit. You can see it's kind of gotten thick. Looks so good. Well, I don't know about y'all, but I'm ready to have me a piece of that chocolate cake. But before I serve myself a piece of cake, I'm going to add the vanilla to this sauce because, you know, you don't want to add extracts while your dishes are cooking because you don't want that flavor to evaporate. So we're going to add it at the last minute. Okay. Looks delicious. And I think with the aroma of the chocolate, it just smells so good. And you know, I don't think I'm going to put anything on my piece of cake but the hot fudge sauce, believe it or not. And maybe a few chocolate curls. And maybe just a little extra. Looks just delicious, doesn't it? That's so belly pleasing.